Shut up and sit down.
Welcome to the Big Blue Offensive Podcast with Mike Trainer, Jay Jules, and John Depot. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the BBO NYG Podcast. I'm Mike, that's Jules. John is this week. So, be me and him going over the picks. We did go over the first two picks in detail last week, or a few days ago, I should say. And then the third round pick, Jules, doesn't look like you're so happy with Andrew Phillips, quarterback.
Yeah, dude, like I can't, man. Like honestly, like when you click on him and you see a description where it's like highlighting the fact that he has 10 career pass deflections. I'm like, what the fuck is that? He had two 5-year season, 5 pass deflection seasons. That's it. That's all he did. That means in one other year, he didn't do anything. He has 0 interceptions as a fucking D-back in college. 0.
So
what the fuck are they highlighting about this kid?
Are you saying he's due?
Third round pick?
Yeah, I mean, you said it before, like the picks, the guys who are still on the board. Like I thought, like remember we said during the pod, we were like, oh, running backs, or I said like running backs are going to start going now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then they didn't. I was like, the Giants could have started that roller coaster, but instead they went cornerback. And I guess it's Darnay Holmes' replacement, right? I mean, how many times?
Well, to
we
be
see
fair,
Darnay.
Brooks and Benson were taken before Phillips was picked.
Okay.
Right. I'm like 90% sure because I remember I was being like, oh, fuck, they took Brooks. Oh, fuck, they took Benson. And then that was kind of it. You know what I mean? But
you're right.
Fine. Those were the two best running backs. I get it. But yeah, you could have done like a different, you could have took the third or fourth. You could have took Quorum. There was other running backs that were out there. Those guys went in round 3.
Yeah.
And instead we go with this Phillips kid who I don't even think was the best corner on the board at the time.
I don't know. I mean, G did say like he was pretty good, and G, friend of the podcast, he knows his college. I got to give him credit. He knows his stuff right there. I'm just hoping like he is Darnay's replacement because Darnay Holmes. Listen, man, how many times, honestly, did we see that dude just get beat? Like Darnay Holmes again in pass coverage. It was like they picked that dude apart all year. So if he goes into his spot, I can understand it, no doubt. But if not, then I don't know what the pick is about. Then that's my only.
It just to me makes 0 sense, dude. Like I was trying. I said, you know what? I know I drank a little heavy fucking the other day. Whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe I missed something. I went back. I looked, and like when you're sitting there and you're highlighting that he had 87 career tackles. 87 career tackles.
I think 82.
Nothing.
I think it's 82. It's even worse.
82. It's like, bro, so what? You had like maybe 20 tackles a season? Cool, bro. Like, all right.
Yeah.
That's barely 2 a game. Like, what the fuck?
And
then you only have fucking 5 pass deflections, and they're like, 5 pass deflections. Like, what? That's 1 pass you broke up every other game about.
Let's just hope they see something we don't, because I don't see it either. I gotta admit. But hey, like, hopefully we're wrong. I want to be wrong. I want to be like, hopefully this guy is just a stud, and we're like, how'd these guys see that? Man, they're fucking geniuses. I'm hoping that's the case. I'm praying
I don't think they can be wrong on it. I don't think they're gonna be right on this one. This is like bad. So like when people were poking fucking holes and saying stuff about the draft, when you saw a third round pick like that, it's like,
yeah,
dude, we just went down this road. Remember when we drafted Aaron Robinson?
I know.
Right, like that was the same shit. At least he had a couple interceptions on his college career.
Really sucks. It really sucks how many draft picks we missed. I mean, no wonder why we've been just shitty for so long, to be honest with you. Oh, man.
With Blake Corum still out there, how we didn't take him is definitely kind of surprising. I mean, you had like Shipley was still out there from Clemson. Yep. You had Jalen Wright that everybody kept fucking going on and on about in Tennessee.
Right.
Yeah. Those guys were there. You would have those guys, and instead you take this possible slot corner that we're going to throw into the mix.
I don't know. Listen, moving on, right? We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. The next round was Theo Johnson in the 4th. Tight end at State. Kind of like has like Antonio Gates vibes for me, right?
I wouldn't go that far, but no, like
Is that crazy?
Dawson Knox 2.0, sure. I could see him being like a Dawson Knox, and because the only reason why I constantly refer to Bills is because that's what the fuck we do. He drafts like the Bills. He takes old Bill players. I mean, what the fuck else is it to do? So you got to keep fucking looking at that team, right? So, yeah, I mean, to me, I could see him being like a Dawson Knox. He wasn't, he caught everything. He had 7 touchdowns last year. I mean, it wasn't terrible. Penn State just doesn't like highlight their tight ends. You know what I mean? So, like, it's not something where you're going to have a tight end that has 60, 70 catches in a season. It's just not the way they run the football.
Yeah.
So, he could be good. I mean, he's a big, tough dude. He blocks well. You know what I mean? Like I think, we're not going to get the type of production we were hoping that we would get out of Waller. But you know what? He could fill in. And when you have these other 3 wide receivers that we spent a lot of draft capital on, you know what? It's time for them to step up. We don't need a tight end to be. He's more of a run blocking kind of red zone threat. That's what I think. And that's exactly what Theo Johnson is. So that's a solid pick. I had no problem with that 4th-round pick.
Do you think you think he's gonna end up like a starter eventually? You think too raw?
Possibly. We'll see. It's tough to say. It depends on how well he picks up and adapts to the NFL game. For me, I think it's going to really determine whether or not he's that good of a run blocker. If he is, then he's gonna get some PT. If he's not, then what, might be a wasted pick as well, or just a depth move, and which it's not so bad. I mean, once you're in the 4th round, if you get somebody like this who's got potential, big frame, scores touchdowns, can block, right? Not bad. Whatever. It's not great. I mean, he's not gonna be Kelsey, but whatever. Who cares? It's something we drafted him for. So we would have took fucking Brock Bowers. You know what I mean? So like, it is what it is. Like that pick I could live with. Again, could we have gone a running back there? Maybe. I don't remember what was on the board in that round. But, because obviously when we get to past Theo Johnson, there's a reason why I brought that up.
Well, who is that? Who would that be?
Tyrone Tracy was the 5th pick.
I like this one. This is
out of Purdue.
Good.
You like this one?
I'll take a gamble on this kid, yeah. But you know why?
No.
I'll give you one reason. When I was watching the highlights, all right, they haven't played running back. He used to play wide receiver. So he's kind of like that gadget player. Almost, you know what I mean? I would love to have to go in there, but he could catch out the backfield. When's the last time we had an actual good running back that was just he catches everything out the backfield? And
wasn't Saquon supposed to be that?
He was supposed to be, but he wasn't.
But he wasn't. Okay.
You know what I mean? Listen, now he's gone. I can start admitting things.
Okay.
This is me coming out, But yeah, I'm hoping he's that guy. This guy, Tyrone Tracy Jr.
Listen, I don't know. Again, he's another one. They didn't blow me away with his numbers at Purdue. I did read one thing, though, where it mentioned that he was a return specialist. So once you start reading things like that, and it's the 5th round, and it just adds depth to your running back position, it's not a bad play. If this guy's going to be a punt returner and a kickoff returner, and he's that good, and yet maybe, like you said, maybe he works his way into some of the passing offense, okay, I can live with that. It's not terrible. Right. It's just that if we were going to go running back, I just wish we would have done it sooner. I feel like we hit everything. We were like on a roll the first 2 picks. Like, say what you want about the whole fucking, Neighbors pick. But at the end of the day, we lost arguably our best offensive player, right? In Barkley go.
Yeah.
So now you replace him with another dynamic fucking offensive player in Neighbors. Perfect. You know what I'm trying to say? And then we'll see if the other young guys step up, right? Robinson could step up and Hyatt could step up. Then all of a sudden, our wide receiver room looks 1,000 times better than it did a year ago. And that's great. And then you go out and you're answering, you get Newman. You literally got arguably the best safety in the draft. Okay, great. We got to replace we got to make a replacement. So cool, let's do it. And then it was like after that, I was like, what the fuck is he doing? But it is what it is, Like sometimes you get lucky and you hit. I'll tell you the truth. The next pick
we're hoping for.
The next pick, I can't bullshit his fucking name. And
you can try. You gotta do.
Darius Musayu. Musayu. Musayu.
Linebacker.
Could be a steal. That could be a steal. I could see this guy working his way into playing time. Obviously, it's going to determine like what he does as far as like when he takes the next step when he goes to the NFL. But outside of that, this guy's like a sneaky good pick at the end there. He had a decent college career. you know, they had Leitu kind of overshadowed that defense. You know, he was like the main plug in there, and you know, from UCLA. But like, you know, this guy had sacks. He has more career interceptions than than our third round pick. I mean, as a linebacker, he has more forced fumbles. He has more fucking pass deflections. He has fucking more interceptions. I mean, what the fuck, dude? And you're taking this guy around 6 all day, bro, all fucking day.
So you're saying maybe he should have been the 5th rounder.
For real.
Like maybe then when we get it, we would understand a little bit.
With the exception of maybe the tight end at Penn State, this guy was like the best of day 2 and 3, the third day of picks. You know, obviously, because I like Newman a lot. So I think Newman's gonna surprise a lot of people. You know what I mean? And you know, look, you had to replace that. You had to put it there. So fuck it, why not? Like I said, the only thing I just can't for life of me understand. I can't figure out that third round, the third and fifth round. It feels like a waste almost. It really does, especially that you traded away your third round pick for Darren Waller. You traded away a 5th round pick. You traded these picks away, and you kind of hit on these picks now. And I don't think Phillips is a hit. I really don't. Like, I want to stay optimistic, but I can't, bro.
See, I'm just waiting for the Darius Musasu. I just wait for him to be a star so I can get that jersey. We always get some guys in the Giants, like a Human Yora, you know, all these oddball names that just come out and just like they're awesome. Also, he's my next one, man. Maybe he could be the guy. And speaking of, we got special guest Vin joining us.
Oh, here we go
on these picks.
Vincenzo.
So let's say hi to special guest Vin.
Yo,
he is in the building.
Sorry, I'm late, yo.
All good. I was just telling Trainer how much I love our third round pick.
Third round pick?
He's being sarcastic. Special.
Oh. Yeah, you know, I got a rant upon rants to go on.
Oh boy, here we go.
Well, we just went over the entire rest of the draft, so we'll leave it up to you, man. What would you like to get out off your chest?
All right. Now I want to thank you for having me on, guys. Sorry I'm late. All right, so Shane, I like Shane so far, and I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because you know he's our guy, and we got to root for him. Now I think the way I evaluate GMs is on 3 ways. Number 1 is the salary cap. And I think in comparison to Gettleman, I think Shane has done a masterful job with the salary cap in his short time here. He's basically got rid of some bad contracts. He played hardball with Saquon. You know how I felt about that. He put money into the line. He put money on Andrew Thomas, who's our best player on our team. He put a long-term deal on Dexter Lawrence, our second best player. Lock those 2 up for 5 years apiece. I think, making the trade for Brian Burns, I'm like, you know what? This dude is really going to put money where we need the money to go long term. So I think when it comes to salary cap,
not to cut you off, Vin, but like the one thing that I keep thinking people ignore, don't forget about Okereke. Yeah, Bobby Okereke was great, and everybody's forgotten about it. Shit. So, like that dude was great.
So I definitely got like I love the way he's done the salary cap. Second thing I love that he's done is free agency. Now, you're not going to always hit on free agency, but he does pretty well. He's done a lot better than Gettleman, and he's done a lot better than, Reese, okay? But I think, like, free agency, like you just said, Bobby Okereke's been awesome. You know what I mean? So I think he's done really well with free agency. And free agency, we were supposed to be a big player this year for free agency, yet we ended up signing – or traded for Brian Burns. We spent a lot of money that day, and I loved it. So I'm okay with those 2 things. The only thing I'm a little questionable on, which is the most important thing, is his scouting for talent for the draft. And I think this might have been his worst draft, okay? So I'm going to get into it. Now, I know you guys didn't want J.J. McCarthy, and I didn't want – so I'm with you guys on that. Now, what I like hearing was that afternoon, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, he was making phone calls trying to get Drake May. Drake May was the only quarterback I liked in this entire draft. I'm like, he's young, he's big, Dable molding him. I'm like, we could turn this up. I think it comes to England.
I agree.
That's a minded coach and a whole rebuild. I think he won't be as good. But with us, I feel like he would have been in the right situation, and we could have, a year behind Jones, it would have been fine. All right. looked like New England was lying, I would have still tried to give up more because the Vikings were giving up more. I would have tried to up the ante. It's your quarterback, it's your guy. You don't win if you don't have a quarterback. But that's one thing. It didn't happen. New England, it takes 2 to trade. New England didn't want to trade. Then I see Marvin Harrison goes, okay, that's fine. I was mocking them to trade out the pick. It didn't happen. And then Joe Alt get picked. Thank God, Joe Alt. I would be really pissed off today if Joe Alt was there and we still picked Malik Neighbors. I mocked them taking Malik Neighbors. I figured they were going to go Malik Neighbors off of leaving. Old people still screaming for Odell, Saquon, a couple. Phil, I'm not questioning this kid's talent, but you heard it here. I don't know if you heard it here first, but you're hearing it from me. I think Malik Neighbors is going to be a problem. I think he's going to be a major headache. I see glitz and glamour, which I didn't see. I like Rome Odunze kid. That kid, I was thinking, I saw him with a Giants jersey on. I was like, yo, it's Plaxico Burress. He came from a nice family. Looked like the way he spoke. I like this dude. Malik Neighbors had the sunglasses. I know they had the bling and all that. Talked about his fashion and what he had going on in his jacket. He did. I saw there was a video. I didn't see it. Heard there's a video where his friends were clowning him about Daniel Jones being his quarterback a couple of weeks ago. I already seen his TikTok where he's doing a lot of Odell Beckham dances. I see Odell Beckham Jr. 2.0. A lot of talent, but a headache. And if Daniel Jones or Drew Lock or whoever our quarterback's going to be, and they're not getting him the ball or whatever, I'm like, this could be a problem. It's never worked in the history of football. Why would it work now when you get these type of me-first players? And he's a receiver. The diva-ism on a receiver is beyond. Like, we're a team. Crazy. I get it. We need a receiver. But I would have traded back at that point. We lost on May, Harrison, and Alt. And even Harrison, I'm like, whatever about, but Harrison's supposed to be that guy. Yeah. I would have traded down. I would have done everything I could to trade down.
Well, hold on. It's funny you mentioned Alt because we didn't talk about this at all. Apparently, there's a rumor going around now.
I just saw it.
The Chargers were like putting a lot of smoke and mirror up. They were trying to like bait them to not take Alt, and that's who the Giants initially wanted. They wanted to take Alt at 6. That was who their main fucking guy.
That's the truth. That I'm like, Shane did his best work. He just pivoted and he was kind of forced into the Neighbors pick. But I see a lot of Giant fans that are ecstatic of Neighbors. Now, I'm not coming at you, Jules, because I don't know, Trey, I don't know where you were at. I don't remember. But I know Jules definitely didn't want McCarthy. I know,
no, I didn't want him either.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So I'm like,
that was it. I wanted Bo Nix. I wanted Bo Nix. I didn't expect him to go 12 to Denver.
Sean
Payton knows what he's doing.
That was going to happen, which is crazy.
Yeah, but they wanted a quarterback. So my thing is now the rest of the draft. I'm like, all right, night 2, you brought him up, Cooper DeJean. I knew that name that was on the radar. And I'm looking up. I'm doing research. I'm like, who's good? I know we need that second corner. It's a need, but I feel like we put a lot on the defense. I want linemen. I don't give a crap what anybody says. Our line that we put all these resources in the line, we've spent free agency on the line. I could care less. This line is the worst in the league. Our pass protection is the worst. Bottom 5 for the past 15 years since I've been an adult. I got to even tell you, like 80 sacks, guys. 80 sacks.
85,
even more. Yo, 85 sacks. We break records for how bad we are. Evan Neal, is he going to go inside? He says no right now. He's competing for right tackle. There's so much to that line. Like, why wouldn't you draft another lineman? And I'm like, I'm looking at all these other teams. They're taking linemen. Yo, how do we come out this draft? Day 3, I'm like, all right. Day 2, I was pissed off that we didn't get either lineman. That's why I went quiet on the chat. So I was pissed. I'm like, yo, you don't grab a lineman? Now, you go DBs. I feel like we draft DBs every year. I feel like we do it, and we've been missing on these guys left and right. So, damn the Eagles. I saw your podcast, and I saw you guys were talking about the Eagles starting up, and they screw us every way they can because they start to run on corners.
So
like, I would have liked to, Shane, if you wanted the corner, trade up. Or day 3, why didn't you trade down at one point and start accumulating picks for next year? You know what I mean? Maybe that's your quarterback year. It probably is your quarterback year. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't know why he wasn't as aggressive as I thought he could have been. or he could have traded out. I don't know, or maybe he did, and we'll find out in the coming weeks. I just thought it was a little too Reese-like. Reese never moved. He never accumulated picks. Never like Reese
they moved up last year for Hyatt. I mean, they've made some moves, you know.
Yeah, but then even the year before, right. When there were guys on the board, well, it's a head scratcher to me. Like the guard that went to the Cowboys. I thought the Cowboys' first pick was horrible.
And I like BB. Yeah, like why didn't we take him in round 3?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't. Nice.
Honestly, it wasn't until you started talking about it now. I kept trying to say in round 3 we should have took a running back, but you're right. We could have took an interior lineman in round 3 instead of this fucking corner Phillips. Like, I don't see what this kid is about, man. And I mentioned earlier, Vin, he doesn't even have an interception in his college career. He has 10 pass deflections. That's it. 82 career tackles. Was he part of
the top 30 visit? Maybe they liked his personality, leadership, or something.
Dude, I don't fucking know. But you're right. If anything, in round 3, we should have probably went inside fucking interior lineman. That would make sense. Because I honestly, like, I support the Newman pick a lot more. Because think about it. When the Giants are winning Super Bowls, we've never been this fucking, like, Rams team where we're going to fucking put up 60 points. We always won on defense. We had the fucking pass rush. You know, we had the 86 defense. We had LT and all these guys.
The league is very different now.
It's a little different. I get it. But that's what they still want to do. The Giants still want to be a defensive team. I mean, Baltimore was doing it for years. You know, they want to do that. Look, Kansas City won the Super Bowl this year. That was the best defense Pat Mahomes ever had. It was the worst offense he ever had, and they still won the Super Bowl.
The league, with their rule changes every year, especially this year, they're telling you on.
I get it. That's why we went one league maybe in the first round.
I want to build our team on offense. I do. I know it's not the Giant like. I want a defense, but we put enough resources in that defense. I think the talent on this team is on the defense. We need offense.
I think we did put like resources behind free agency in the offensive line. I mean, we did sign 2 starters.
Yeah.
To go on with Andrew Thomas and our rookie center, JMS.
Let me tell you this.
You just got to worry about Neal. At right tackle. That's a spot.
Worry. That's a huge worry. When Gettleman came in, he did the same thing. He said, I'm gonna fix this line. I'm gonna get, what do you call them? Big, what do you call them?
Hog mollies.
Yeah, hog mollies. There you go. He was like, I want to get hog mollies. We were all pumped. We're like, yeah, let's fix this line. Yo, that first offseason, maybe the second one, he put a lot of resources in it. Then he was like, all right, let's develop him. And he stopped. He quit. I'm like, no, keep drafting them until you find the right one. Obviously, our problem is development. I agree. But
yeah, 100%.
Why are we just doing free agents and not one guy to develop? Yo, that goes for the defensive line, too. Like, that's where we win games. Like, I don't understand the weapons and all that. I know we need it. But, like, unless you have a quarterback, those weapons mean nothing. Malik Neighbors could seriously, kind of like Hyatt. We were very high on Hyatt, and I know Hyatt's not Neighbors, but it's like, these dudes, what did Hyatt have? 15 catches last year? Because of the quarterback play.
No, it's because of 85 sacks. I mean, who could have any like progress behind there? No quarterback was going to look good behind that line. So you got to throw out last year. It was one of those years where 9 offensive linemen go down with injury. Let's just hope that doesn't happen again. That was nuts.
I feel like it happens all the time.
It does. It feels that way. It was brutal to lose 9 guys. You lose your A and your B team.
You guys said it right. Philly still knows how to draft.
They do.
Philly does it like they're awesome at drafting. Dallas, I thought they made a couple of questionable picks.
Yeah, but Dallas was really stupid too. How the fuck did they ignore the fact of not taking a running back? Like they just completely ignored that. Like, what are you fucking kidding me? And then, dude, right now, Rocco Dweiler is their starting running back. Rocco Dweiler?
He might be like
it's not next man up, bro. Tony Pollard sucked.
Right?
Also, like, you know what I'm saying?
Also,
Deuce Vaughn wouldn't even be on the team if it wasn't for his dad. Like, come on, dude.
Washington's another one. Washington, they had like 30,000 picks. I think they made some all right picks. I thought they went best player available on that second rounder. I was giving Malarzic crap for it. Like, he was supposed to be a first rounder, but I'm like, yo, D tackle, you're flush there. That's like your one area where you got 2 Pro Bowlers. Why would you go get another? He's like, the next one and waiting. I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, you have no edge help. You know what I mean? You have no edge.
Right. They got no edge else. They got no edge help.
Yeah, so I'm like, what are you doing? You're still stuck. And Jaden Daniels, I think he's RG4, yo. That dude is gonna be
RG4.
Speaking about tweeting shit out,
that's brutal.
Once I saw that they drafted Sam Howell from Notre Dame,
Yeah.
I was tweeting about. I was like, "Yo, so Sam Howell be the starting quarterback 2026."
Oh, Hartman, right? Hartman, Sam Hartman.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think
Whatever,
the Giants.
what
I gotta tell
fucking
you, even day 3, like that running back, isn't that running back like 24 years old, and he was a wide receiver, and I'm like, what are they doing?
Thank you. Mike has big aspirations and hope for him.
What do you know about him, Mike? What do you know about him? Tell me. I don't know him. I don't. All I know is what Mel Kiper was saying when
He thinks he's gonna be the next Dave Megan.
That's just
know.
that's probably just my optimism seeping out and just hoping and praying. I do like you guys are starting to worry me about this draft. I'm like, shit, maybe we did really fuck this up.
I thought the
It's gonna
draft
be a
sucked.
fucking
Dude. I thought it
disaster.
sucked.
No,
Like I said, the first 2 picks were solid. I'm telling you right now, Newman's gonna surprise people. I'm putting it out there. Like he's good. Like people forget that like he replaced Antoine Winfield in Minnesota and became that guy and was a 4-year starter or 3-year starter.
You don't think Pinnock and Belton were good enough at safety?
I thought
but we need the depth. We need the depth there. You know what I'm saying? You
I
lost
would have
McKinney.
rather the corner.
You lost
and
McKinney.
I
You need to replace McKinney. I'm not saying Belton's the guy, but you know what? Someone's going to play strong safety, right?
No, I
Like, this
thought
kid's a
Belton
free
was
safety.
a nice ball hawk.
that
Ball
defense,
hawk.
the
Belton's a
defense
ball
got
hawk.
better. The defense got
Defense
better.
is better. Like
Yeah,
that's what
but I
I'm
don't
saying. We're
want the
better
defense to get- I want
defensively
the offense
than
to get
last
better.
year.
I want the offense to get better. I feel like we can't fucking score. We can't score shit on this team. Like
I think it just comes down to healthy. I think that's why they're not overreacting like we are. You know what I mean? I think it is a little bit of an overreaction. I think they do understand they got the protection now. And if that's the case, then everything's going to fall in place because, Ben, I was telling Jules, I'm like, it's not going to be the same first run offense anymore. This is going to be a passing Giants team. They're going to have to be. There's no other option. And to be honest, I want to see that because we got like guys like Robinson, Hyatt, now this fucking rookie. I mean, tight end. I mean, we got a capable offense that could score some points.
I like the tight end pick.
Let it go.
I do like the tight end pick. The tight end was good. It kind of tells us that Waller, I guess, is done, which we could use Waller, but if he's got to go, he's got to go. You know,
Dude, he got divorced and shit already. Like that dude's losing it, man.
Yeah, he's doing a rap album. It's like, you know what? His head, even if he does come back, he's probably going to collect a paycheck. Dude, take a walk. All right, let me ask you guys.
Once he said rap album, that was it. That was a rap.
Yeah, I don't like it. Do you guys think Neighbors is going to be a headache? I think he'll be a talent. Is he going to be a headache?
Oof, that's a
I don't
great
like headaches.
question. I said it. This could be 50-50, bro. I'm worried. I just don't want to see like him have like a game where he don't get the ball and he's an asshole.
That's Odell type shit.
Yeah, I don't want to see that, man. And then it'll make everything worse.
The problem with New York is the fact that if he goes off and has like 2 monster games out of nowhere, or let's say he goes off against the Cowboys, right? And he shows up CeeDee Lamb and he goes 9 for like 130 and 2 touchdowns. His face is going to be everywhere in the fucking metropolitan area, and I don't know how he's going to handle it. Look, he might
not going to handle it well.
Step in. He might step in and just be like whatever with it and be a guy, or he's going to be like Stephon Diggs.
I don't see it.
He might be like Stephon Diggs.
Real big, bro. That chain was real big.
It was hanging down to his nutsack.
It's funny that you mentioned that interview, and I did see both of them get interviewed on the red carpet, and I remember kind of feeling the same fucking way.
The kid is well.
He's like mature. He speaks.
You would
like,
want your daughter to bring home Rome. Not Malik. No way.
I know.
No way. Malik is gonna. Yo, you guys heard he had some sort of gun charge. I know he was actually charged. They hit it real nice. He was like 19. He was with his boy who had the gun. Already. I'm like, yo, did they not learn from Dre Baker who robbed people at a party? Right. Did they not learn from Kadarius Toney who still comes at Giants Twitter fans? Who still comes at us?
Yeah, but let me just spit some positivity into this real quick.
Yeah,
right?
I need it because I'm.
All right, here's what I'm going to say with this whole Neighbors thing.
Hey, Jules.
Jules,
before you say that, didn't Tank Dell almost get shot and like almost killed today?
I think he got shot. I think he was shot.
Tank Dell on the Texans?
Yeah, he got shot
down in Florida. Some fucking 16-year-old.
Sorry,
wild and shy on. But all right, so positive spin here, right? Positive spin. The years, because clearly Stephon Diggs is a headache, right? He's one of these fucking diva receivers. He fits the mold perfectly, right?
Yeah.
So the reason why I bring it up is because he was unhappy when he was in Minnesota because he always felt like he should have been the man, and then he was like the number 2 there with all that bullshit, right? So then he goes to Buffalo. But who was in Buffalo when he was in his best years and his happiest years where you didn't hear nothing? Coach Dable. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that fucking, he's a wide receiver whisperer too or anything, but he seemed to find a way to keep fucking Diggs' shit under wraps. It's only been the last couple of seasons that you've been hearing Diggs fucking, going off and being a little bitch on the sideline and all that shit. Guess who wasn't there anymore? Coach Dable. So I don't know. Maybe he's got a knack for handling these kind of guys. You know what I'm trying to say? Where like he can bring it in a little bit. He's like, look, you all good, you're all the talent, but if you keep going this route, you ain't gonna be that guy no more. You know what I'm saying?
Could that kind of guy. They just grew like tired of being. They hadn't even won the AFC yet. Like that team Super Bowl window is pretty much closed until
they start over. They're starting over.
Yeah, they're starting over with the same quarterback and the same coach. I can't believe that coach is still there.
Like, I think this is last year, but yeah.
No, they fired the offensive coordinator, the defensive coordinator. They fired everybody, and he's the only one still there. I don't understand it. But where they fired coach left and right first.
I'd be worried. I'm like, I'm next.
I would think so.
Yeah, I'll tell you this once: if the Bills end up with like a losing season, yeah, he's gone. He's
100%. But they have to rebuild, and you know what? The eyes are on Billy Beane again because he had to strip it down. He's keeping the coach. He's riding with the coach. And he's got to build it back up. And you know what? This is a true testament of who a good GM is. You build it one time, it could be a fluke because you did it. You got Josh Allen. You picked it right. Quarterback.
They traded for Stephon Diggs.
Now you gotta rebuild it. If you could do it twice, then I'm like, you're a legit GM. So I look at a guy like, I don't know, the best GM who I can't stand, but he's the best GM. The dude out in Philly, the little guy. Yeah, Rosen. Yo, they won the Super Bowl with Foles.
I hate him.
All that Carson Wentz drama and all that. Yo, they broke it down. He rebuilt it, got him back to being a contender within like 3-4 years time. The guy knows what he's doing. I'm looking at Shane.
Yeah. I still don't understand how he manipulates the cap. That's the one thing I can't.
I don't get it.
I just can't because
how do you have draft? They extended AJ Brown.
Yeah, and they signed Devonta Smith earlier that week.
Yeah, he could be a cancer.
You signed Saquon Barkley, and you re-signed Bradbury, and you have Darius Slay on a big contract. Jalen Hurts is one of the highest paid quarterbacks. How do you have all this money?
You know what happened? You know what I think happened? I think the NFL forgot to email them saying they have a salary cap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think they for certain teams they don't have to worry about that. Don't worry about it. This is your 3-year window. We don't have to worry about the cap.
What you guys said last week? One of you guys said like, "Yo, the Giants, all we do is deal with the cap. That we have no money. We have no money." You guys nailed it. It's like, yo, we always pinch pennies, and these dudes, the Rams, everybody just spends money, and I'm like, yo, the same over at the beginning. God, holy crap! It's like. The Saints were over the cap. They were like over it. And I'm like, how the heck are they signing guys and stuff like that? I don't get it. I'm like, I'll never understand the cap.
Dude, like the Eagles should be fucking like $20 million over cap. Like, there's no fucking way. The Bills talk about fucking tearing it all down and having to rebuild it. Part of the reason why they had to tear it all down was because they were fucking millions of dollars over the cap. So they had a clean house to get the fuck out of it.
Is Von Miller still with them?
Huh?
Is that Von?
Yeah, I think he restructured his contract though.
Oh, that's
because he was making crazy money. Bro, they wanted to get rid of Stephon Diggs so badly. They were in a rip it down and rebuild type of fucking season. They're paying Stephon Diggs this year in full.
I know.
Fucking Houston's renting him for nothing for a second-round pick next year.
It's like Moneyball with David Justice. It's like Moneyball. Like, yo, with the Yankees, you play with us.
It's a load of crap.
Dude, it's bullshit. Look, the fact that all of a sudden the Bears can have all these signings, they get Keenan Allen, they get DJ Moore, they bring in fucking Swift, that running back, they get Khalid Williams. It's like, yo, how? I love how some people were trying to tell me, yo, Philly got rid of some of their veterans. Who, Kelsey and Riddick? Okay, cool. They signed 5 guys. Like, what the fuck? It's not like you did it 2 for 2. You know what I'm saying? Well, Kelsey was making fucking $30 million a year now. He was.
For that guy to go corner in the first round, corner in the second round, genius. It's like, you motherfucker. Like,
but the trade up with Washington, dude. Like, come on, bro. Seriously, this is twice now that the Eagles have traded to move up in the draft. It affected the Giants because I told you I really wanted that kid big fucking time. And not only that, you traded within your division. You brought up the loss. I mentioned it to him, my other friend Justin, the only 2 Washington fans that we could call friends. But anyhow, I went up to them. I said, look, You let them trade up to get this kid Dijon. Do you realize your rookie quarterback has to see them twice? Why would you do that?
It's
Like, it's the dumbest shit
But
ever.
they're probably gonna cut Bradbury, and they're probably gonna release. I don't know, Slay. Slay's got to be older, right?
He's older, but he's still fucking the top 10 corner.
Slay will
He's
probably
still
still be there.
fucking good.
Bradbury might be on his way out though.
Maybe he's on his way out,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying. But like,
Fuck
the
that.
point is that dude, like you literally traded with the team within your division so they
I
can
agree.
move up and get a guy that's going to affect your number one pick, who you took second overall. Like,
Micah
you
Parsons
really
deal.
want to
Did
let
they
them load
trade
up in the secondary?
Devontae
Giants-
Smith? They dealt there. Gettleman wouldn't take the phone call. He hung up the phone. Like nobody wants to deal with us.
I mean, but dude, like that's just like
The Giants, no,
beyond the fucking belief.
the Giants, they just have honor within the division. They ain't gonna fucking trade with anybody else. Like fuck you, and fuck you. Those other fucking teams, they're like, oh, we're best friends. Fuck you. We got the fucking balls in New York. Fuck you, man. It's bullshit.
Like I said, it's just
Fucking
crazy.
can't
Like,
stand it.
you put so much pressure on this number 2 pick because he's the second quarterback out of 6 being taken in the first 12 picks, right? So there's a lot of pressure on this kid. And then you even wait and got Sam Hartman. So it's like, what are you doing? You have Marcus Mariota there. Like, they just fucking loaded up, right? But the point is like, you let your division rival who's been kicking your fucking ass for the last 3 seasons get loaded up on defense. Like, what the fuck are you thinking?
What they get in return? They got 2 picks, right? In the third.
Yeah, some bullshit like that. Like,
Yeah,
come
they're
on.
just loading up. I think that's what they care about. They don't care. They're looking like, let me get more picks.
But like, that's just like, so when Jaden Daniels has a bad rookie season, well, what are you gonna do then?
I don't think they have a left tackle. They're missing a left tackle. They didn't draft one.
That's another thing too. Yeah. So, but yeah, you're trading with your fucking division. Like, I can't. I don't understand
Also, here's another
why
hot take.
division rivals would ever trade with each other.
It's all scripted.
I said something the other day yesterday that I can't believe I would ever say, and you guys are gonna kill me for this.
Uh-oh.
I'm jealous of the Jets. I think the Jets finally have a GM that knows what he's doing. I think he went, the dude traded back, got picks because they weren't even in the second round, and still got his guy. You know what I mean? And I'm saying, like, that's because JJ McCarthy fell that way. So he had like cards in it, he had leverage. But he must have been like, yo, I got Denver on the other line. What are you giving me, Vikings? You know what I mean? And he pulled that move. And it's like, you know what? And he went left tackle. He didn't listen to the Bowers noise. He went with a tackle. And now I think the Jets are very scary. If they're healthy on paper, like that's everybody. Buffalo, Miami, New England, they all take a step back. I think the Jets, in a loaded conference, could be very good if Rodgers stays healthy and plays well. I do.
I
think
can't admit that. I can't admit.
You know what I'm going to admit?
It would hurt me too much.
You guys
Yeah,
are
but you said they killed the draft. Like, you really think Malachi Corey is really that good? I get they have Garrett Wilson, so like this kid has to fall in at number 2. But like, you know what I'm saying? He was good. He's a speedster. Like, I know that much. Like, he's definitely he can stretch the field.
They didn't need much, Jules. Like they just need.
And then you have Breece Hall, who's arguably the best running back in football currently, right? He's at least top 3. You could definitely argue that shit.
No doubt.
And then you go waste your next pick on fucking on Allen,
Yeah.
Raylan Allen from fucking, what was he, from Wisconsin or whatever? Why?
Sounds like the Jets fucked up. I don't know.
Like, yo, if you want to
I'm
break
gonna say
it
this to you guys.
then they went and got Jordan Travis with their fourth. Like, what? Like, they weren't killing it, dude.
You don't think this is the best Jets roster ever assembled? Maybe
why?
This paper is really stacked. It's good.
How? Where are you seeing that this shit is stacked?
I think it could be talent, top 5 defense. Could be.
All right.
And
Defense is stacked. I'll give him that.
And then if you have Aaron Rodgers, who's clicking,
I know it could be something.
I mean, look, you know what the problem is too? Mike Williams, he's only gonna play 10 games. You know what I mean? I got kids.
The Dunzy kid, if it would have fell to them,
that would have been ridiculous.
Yeah, that would put him at the
about Chicago. This is Chicago's best fucking team ever. I mean, if Khalil Williams is the truth, he's the fucking greatest quarterback.
I see bust. Maybe not first year, but I see bust.
They have Swift at running back. They have DJ Moore. They have Keenan Allen. They got Roma Dunze. They have Cole Kmet.
DJ Moore.
What the fuck, dude? That's a better offense than the Jets.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude. I mean, granted, they have Aaron Rodgers, but Khalid Williams is supposed to be the truth, bro. Greatest prospect ever.
How about the Falcons? Don't we always get one team that fucks up the draft? How about
Always.
the Falcons and the Penix pick?
Dude,
you see that? You see that meme? Like all the dogs in Atlanta are worried because they drafted another black left-handed quarterback. You see the dog's eyes just wide open. It's hilarious.
I gotta tell you, everybody was talking about Cousins, how he wasn't notified and stuff like that. I get it.
They called Cousins on the phone, Finn.
Yeah.
So they had Cousins on one phone and they had fucking Penix on the other.
Dude, it's crazy to me. I feel bad for Penix. Penix is like 24, and that kid's never going to see the field. Cousins don't go down like that. Cousins plays, and they're paying him to play. And I'm like,
listen, he might like
the poor
Julian Love didn't start playing until he was 26.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Like he that's when Penix's future might be. Let him get acclimated, no pressure.
He didn't ask for that, though. He didn't ask to get drafted.
Look at the Yankees. Look at the Yankees.
He's still getting paid, though. He's still going to get paid as a top draft pick. He was supposed to go in the first 10 picks.
Sure,
you know what I'm saying? Now he went to you got to pay that guy.
You guys saw the GM? GM was explaining it to Arthur Smith. Like, Arthur Smith's like, what the hell did you do? The guy's like, this is good.
You just witnessed a guy begging to keep his job. That's all that was.
Crazy. I was like,
Penix is going to be like 36 to when he first starts. I mean, shit, he can do it.
This would make the 4th year in a row for Atlanta that they took a top offensive player within the top 10.
I see
4 years straight, dude. Kyle Pitts, Drake London, fucking Bijan, and now this kid.
You know why? They're a dome team. They don't care about defense. They just want the shiny car. Atlanta, there's certain teams. I told my friend who was a Miami Dolphin fan, I was like, you'll never see them win a Super Bowl. Same with Atlanta. There's certain teams that will never, ever win the Super Bowl. Everything has to go perfect for them to win. And these warm weather dome teams, it's got to go perfect. They, number one, have to be the number 1 seed. And number 2, they got to get through the playoffs and play in a warm weather Super Bowl and win. I don't see it. Even when Atlanta was fully up, I was like, they're not going to win. I don't care how many shiny cars and weapons they have. They're just not going to win.
Like Dallas, we're never going to see them win again.
No, Jerry Jones has to die before they win.
That's the rule.
They'll probably win it the year of.
That's the sacrifice they got to fucking make for sure.
What do you guys? All right, so June cuts would probably be the next thing. Well, we got schedule comes out in May, and then June cuts. Who do you want to see get cut? What veteran you want to see re-sign? I like Adoree Jackson if he's really cheap. I like Adoree. I'm an Adoree guy. I know he's older.
Yeah, he wasn't bad for us.
I'm gonna be able to afford him. That's the only problem with Adoree.
Why, you think he's still got a market?
Yeah, I mean, why not? He's what, 28, 29?
I think he's like 30 at this point.
Oh,
that's crazy.
I
saying 30 is old. This is crazy.
I know.
He's fucking dirty, man. Yo, he's fucking
he's an old man, bro.
That dude is
retired yet?
Like, yo, get your cane out.
Dude, if we get 28, that's what I say bring him back. Who else would you guys want to see that? I don't know, like that we could probably bring in as a vet.
But Adoree Jackson's 28. He'll be 29 in September. Yeah,
okay.
I knew he was going to 30.
We're gonna lock you up in it. We're gonna lock you up in an old folks home. You get locked up in an old folks home, you soul. You're 30 now.
They were misusing Adoree last year. They were like throwing him in the slot, and they were throwing.
Yeah, they had him all over the place.
Outside. I was like, yo, he doesn't like the slot. Put him outside.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, where he belongs. Where he fucking belongs. But that's why we got that corner in the 3rd round, Ben, to hopefully be the guy that takes over for Darnay Holmes. Darnay Holmes sucked. He blew everything. You've seen how many times he blew every play. You need somebody there.
I root for Darnay Holmes, though. I'm like,
I've been rooting for that dude for 2 years.
I know.
Guard a guy, man. Get on him.
I do.
He's just not quick enough. He gets beat way too much.
But you know what they use? They misuse these guys. Cordero Flott is better on the outside. Darnay's better on the inside. And they have them opposite positions. I'm like, I don't get it. Like, why? I don't know. I don't know if that's a product.
That was Rex's. Yeah, that was Rex's defense.
Yeah, like I didn't understand like what the hell they were doing. Cordell Flott, he's one I can't. He shows little glimpses every now and then where it's like, he's got long arms, you know. But
Nick
real quick though, guys, you were mentioning this shit about like the offensive line and everything else. The Giants are rumored to be going after a couple of undrafted free agents that are tackles.
Oh
The guy
yeah.
Jay Kubis out of offensive tackle out of North Dakota State. Marcellus Johnson, tackle out of Missouri. So there's a couple of guys that they're looking to bring in. So they're not done. There's another
you guys know
offensive
any
lineman, William Barnes out of North Carolina. These are all the ones that their names are tied to the Giants. So Giants are still making moves in regards to that.
They signed
Right?
some.
So
They
they're
signed
still
some guys, Jules.
yeah,
Yeah,
and they
I
signed
saw
guys.
that.
So I mean, like, they brought in a new coach. That's going to try to fix some of this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with that. Like, and again, and one funny thing too is we're over there talking about how good Philly did, Philly this, Philly that. Weren't they supposed to be in trouble for tampering with fucking Saquon Barkley? But that just went under the rug. So they have no cap limit and they can tamper with fucking free agents and not get in trouble. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Okay. Yeah. Fucking John actually brought up a good point about that. He said that the NFL they want to create narratives, right? So if the Eagles are a hated team, it's a great narrative because everybody's going to be rooting against them that doesn't live in fucking Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like no one wants to see them win except you're for fucking Philly or you're a Philadelphia fan. Other than that, nobody likes that fucking team.
I agree with that.
It's not like Detroit that you want to get behind. They're a good team. Their coach is a little fucking crazy, but other than that, you know what? They win. I don't care. Nah, man.
Nobody ever says no. Nobody ever says I want to go to Philly on vacation. You know what I'm saying? People hate that dub.
Saquon Barkley apparently does.
Like I could get your cheesesteaks emailed to me and shit, like hand delivered, like fucking 10 minutes.
Go belly.
Like, don't worry about it. Like, I'm good. Fuck that place.
No, you know what's funny too is like they're making it seem like when Boston Red Sox couldn't beat the Yankees and they'd come down to the fucking Yankees and win a World Series, right? They're trying to make it feel like that's how Philadelphia is. They've won one fucking Super Bowl. All right, one on a trick fucking play, basically. Okay. That's how they won their one fucking gimmick Super Bowl. That's about it. They ain't fucking shit. Why? Because they had a number the last decade? Ooh, good for fucking you. We still got fucking 3 more Super Bowls in you dumb motherfuckers. Like, I don't understand what the fucking gravy train is to fucking Philly these days, bro. It makes no fucking sense to me.
If you win a Super Bowl on trickery, you don't deserve it. You know what I'm saying?
You're just saying with the one-liners tonight.
If you're not winning that shit with a lazy catch where you stick the football to your helmet, or a fucking Plaxico Burrows wide open in the corner of the end zone, you don't deserve a fucking Super Bowl.
That's a Super Bowl.
So which teams you guys think did really good at the draft? Like overall, you're like, all right, they filled gaps. Their team's much better,
It's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, because I feel like Detroit did pretty good.
I think, yeah.
Kind of sneakily did pretty good. I'm trying to look over some of their picks right now. I mean, they're the one that kind of stuck out. I mean, the Bears, I guess. But I mean, shit, you had 2 fucking first-round picks in the top 10. Hard to fuck that up, especially when you got the number 1 fucking pick. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, because you know what? Like, I do kind of like, I do like what the Detroit did. Look, Detroit's got one of the best offensive linemen in in the game. Yep. What they do? They took a fucking offensive tackle in round 3 or round 4 with their third pick.
You keep working on that line.
Yeah, they took another guard in round 6. Like, okay. And then, like I said, that quarterback, Ray Strong, I was surprised he was still out there. Like, he could be a good corner. That could be a solid corner. They did exactly what Philly did. They went corner with the first 2 picks. You know what I'm saying? Like, Terrion Arnold out of fucking Alabama. I like him too a lot, man. He was one of the top corners in this thing. So
Detroit hit it last year. Detroit hit the draft last year too.
Yeah,
they hit it like 2 years in a row, man.
Yeah. They drafted Gibbs right early.
Gibbs and Sam Laporta.
Yeah, Laporta was fucking amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like that guy is nasty.
So if you could get
they got Gibbs. They got Gibbs
starters.
Right.
You had a pretty good draft. You get 2 starters, and they're solid contributors. It's a pretty good draft because you're not going to hit them all. You're not.
Never happens that way.
You go down the list for the last 10 years. I did it before. And look at all the first rounders. You probably got in the first round where they're supposed to be studs. Right. You got more busts than actual second contract guys.
Always that way. It's always that way. It's like 50%, man. It's some absurd number.
Yeah. And a lot of it's situation, coaching, how these kids do with superstardom. That's what makes me that the neighbor's kid. I'm not questioning his talent. I never questioned Saquon's talent. I never questioned Odell's talent. But I don't want another fucking child in the locker room. I don't want another cancer in that locker room. I feel like the locker room's all right. Now, I like that Daniel Jones, he's got another prove-it year, so it's like, let's go. I'm nervous about his health, like everybody else, the neck injuries, the ACL. He's driven, and, does he have the talent? Well, he's got talent around him, so the excuses are done. Like, we stuck with this guy. It's going into year 6 now. We paid him. It's time to perform, dude. It's time to get us to the playoffs. It's time to beat Philly. It's time to beat Dallas. Enough is enough. That season last year was over in that first drive. It was over there.
It was crazy how that was, yeah.
Like we were dealing. I know you guys were high-fiving. Like, we were like, yeah, let's go, let's go. Then the Andrew Thomas penalty, he never gets penalized. He's all pro. And then from there, it's like, what the heck just happened? And then the rain
fucking fumble snap gets
Oh
returned
my god!
in the rain, gets returned for a touchdown, bro.
A part of me died. A part of me died just a little bit, just a tad bit.
It was rough. It was
so
rough.
bad. I hate
Everybody,
that.
Every Giants hater was texting me like,
it's the worst.
What do you think I'm doing?
They come out the woodwork. Yeah, they come out the woodwork like rats. Like, get out of here. Leave me alone. I hate when the Giants are bad. I really do. We gotta hope for a great season. Hopefully these draft picks work out. These guys gotta be worried about that now. So gotta be double thinking. But listen,
Newman. All I gotta say is Newman. And look, you know what? Neighbors is not going to be towing. He's not. Could he be on Odell Beckham 2.0?
Yes.
I mean, you fucking mentioned that.
Gotta wrap it up, Jules.
On TikTok, and he does dances on TikTok already.
Oh God, dude!
I swear.
You got to get me the video that his boys are climbing on Daniel Jones. I
see the part about it.
It's all rumors. It's rumors, man. Don't believe.
I gotta find it. I'll find it.
That's rumors. Don't believe that garbage. It's all TMZ shit. Never happened. These haters are making shit up now on my boy.
Listen, I mean. I started this thing up and I said basically the season has right. The season begins now. It always starts in April around the draft. And like you mentioned, Vin, we'll probably pop back on in a couple of weeks to kind of highlight what's going on for the June 1st cards. And then obviously hop on after the fucking, June 1st.
Oh, schedule too. Schedule's like late May, right? Schedule's like
I think so, yeah. So like that time's up perfectly. It'll give us an idea of who's going to be cut.
We can figure out where we're going on the road this year.
This time we got to stick to it though, right?
Yeah.
No more this fucking like we say we're gonna go and then we don't. We gotta fucking.
I want to do something. I want to go somewhere cool.
Yeah, well, like I said, who are they playing on the road this year?
Yeah, who's our division on the road?
I forget. Honestly, I honestly forget it because I was so locked into just covering the fucking the draft. I haven't really paid him much else. Like I do draft picks left and right. That was kind of it.
I skimmed through it, but I forgot where it was.
Yeah, me too. I'm like,
maybe we could go to New Jersey. Or that's nice.
Yeah.
Maybe we go down to Philly.
Hey, I don't know if you guys saw the Knicks. The Knicks fans took over Philly yesterday.
They really
did. They did.
That was fucking. Listen, yesterday all around for New York sports, great fucking day. Yankees put up 15 runs. Rangers completed the fucking sweep.
Sweet.
The Knicks won on
6 and 5.
Yo, dude. What was the best, guys, is that I don't know if you remember a couple years ago. It's been a few years now. Everybody's like, Philly Giant fans sell their tickets. They don't go to the game when we play Philly because we're gonna lose. Giant fans don't travel to Philly because they're scared and they're dangerous and this and that. Yo, it was great to see Knicks fans with their Knicks jerseys turn Philadelphia into the Bronx Zoo, dude. They freaking were, and Embiid was even whining about it. He's like, I thought this was Philly sports down. Dude, it was amazing for us Giants fans that the Knicks fans did that. Like, Giants fans need to do that again and stay clean to Philly. Yeah. But we gotta win. We gotta win. We can't. We put our heads down because we keep losing to them.
So quickly, the Giants are obviously on the road against the Cowboys, Eagles, and Commanders, but also Seattle, Atlanta, Carolina, Cleveland, and Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's the North. We're playing the North, right?
Yep. So we're Pittsburgh's interesting. They're
I've been there.
Atlanta, maybe. Atlanta.
Cleveland looks dope.
But dirty Atlanta. More the dog pound in Cleveland.
I could get down with that, and Fucking Hotlanta.
Dirty.
Atlanta.
See me down there. All right, Jules, let's wrap this show up, bro.
All right, well,
Thanks
listen.
for having me on. Thanks for
Oh,
letting me.
Vin,
Thank
thank
you.
you, brother. Always,
Appreciate you, pal.
come on in a couple of weeks. We'll go over some free agent fucking
Yeah,
releases and
I'm
signings
with
and
it.
shit.
I'm with
But until then, that's it. The season begins, but there's kind of a break at this point because nothing's gonna happen till fucking June 1st. Then we'll start hearing about mini camps and fucking OTAs and all this other shit. But that's months away. We got the summer. Look at baseball. Yankees are in fucking first place. If you're a Rangers fan, they just fucking swept the fucking first round. Knicks are up 3-1. Hopefully close it out tomorrow night. Let's go. That's what we need to focus on. Stop fucking focusing on the drama of fucking we didn't take a quarterback and we're stuck with Daniel Jones and all that other fucking negative bullshit.
I'm okay with that.
It's
I'm
straight.
actually okay with it.
Let 2024 get started right with a fucking great Rangers and Knicks run, and then maybe the fucking Yankees cover us into fucking the fall. And then we start fucking football. So let's keep our fucking ears down and open and listen for what's going on. Hopefully we hear some good news. If not, we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. Peace.
Peace. Go next.